Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The final game of the night here, day 2 of the Bucharest Major. About to get underway. Vici Gaming versus Pain Gaming. I'm Zyori, he's Trent. How you feeling, bud? It's been another long day of Dota, but a lot of action.
I wanted the Sharks to win so that I could do more of that.
Yeah.
But maybe tomorrow.
Are you to draft about what Pain can do to take this? We'll see Weehaw versus Ori, this matchup.
What Pain can do to take this? I mean,
is there any...
We always say the same thing, but I still think it's true. Snowball, you go a little crazy. Hardcore aggression.
So I guess what you're saying is focus on the lanes, right? Try to take an advantage early, transition into the mid game. You have to. That's the first checkpoint, right? You got to do something.
If you lose the lanes, are you really going to come back against Vici? Probably not. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we talk about being that experience thing, or therefore like lack of experience of your opponent, like they don't know how to hold the lead or something like that. Shouldn't be a problem for Vici. So, by that logic, you would think that you would want to then take that lead and just try and play it from there. But there's a reason I wore the Naga pin today, because she's the most OP hero ever. She's broken. She's the hero of the patch. No, she's not. She's not that disgusting. I don't know. She's definitely the hero of the patch. So I think.
Naga is to you as a bad in Ags is to me. She's not that good. She's good.
What are you talking about? She is so by far the best hero right now. If you are not first picking Naga when she's in, you're probably just wrong. No, I don't know. There's a couple games where she slipped through further.
You think Naga's better than Razor objectively in this patch?
What? You can replace Razor. Naga is just god tier. She does everything. Look, they're going to have Naga Disruptor right now. What are you going to do with your life?
Well, have a Gyro Sand King. That's a pretty damn good opener. We've seen Sand King banned out in the first trio many a time. Gyrocopter starting to get to that point where he's been banned out pretty early on. I think Pain Gaming are pretty happy with this duo. Sure, you give away the Naga, but these are two great heroes.
Yeah, it's tough. They banned out the Elder Titan, which they obviously play very well. Lanham's like favorite hero right now.
Yeah.
The Keeper of the Light is not only a game-changing hero because you can go for this like 20-minute Ags push, which is just insane, but it's also something that VG play very well. They can do it in different kind of styles. They can do like a dual offlane that we've seen before, or just a more passive Keeper of the Light. And it's been a hero that has just like won them games. Like the one game they won at the finals that we were just at in Katowice was because of the Keeper of the Light. So.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think it's a hero that against the right team, you pretty much have to ban, or else you are prepared to play around that global style of recalls and blinding lights. Really an obnoxious hero to play against.
Speaking of the bans here, it looks like maybe Vici also have a special friend like EG, because they're banning a lot of those same heroes that Pain weren't too happy about. The Visage, I don't think they've played it in a competitive match. Banned.
The Chen and the Pugna.
Banned.
3 great pushing heroes, as we talked about. Pretty good laners, get that early momentum.
Thank goodness.
Vici have already prevented that. Oh, look, Trent, you called it Naga Disruptor, a classic opener. Vici did think about it a little bit. I'm kind of wondering what else they were considering aside from the Disruptor for this second pick.
They could be saying, like, in terms of counters to the Naga Disruptor, I think Sand King and Tide are 2 good examples of, like, big counter initiators. So they might have just said, like, is there something else we want to do? Like, do we want to go for the full Wombo combo? They have a good answer here. And then they were like, nah, this is like really good, guys. I think we just do it anyway.
So is there any kind of a counter to the Naga? When you see it picked up like this, you know she's good, but this gives you a full draft to kind of think, okay, what are our ideal heroes to deal with this Song of the Siren, to deal with all these illusions, all the riptides, the ensnares? What is the solution? Is there a solution?
Maybe not relying on something like Lifestealer is generally pretty good. Because obviously gets pretty wrecked, right?
I mean,
don't pick
BKBs are pretty
Pangolier.
good.
You don't want Pango.
No.
You know, that Naga, she counters him pretty hard. Just wait a couple weeks till he's just suddenly in the game too.
Well, since you mentioned Pango,
oh, exactly.
Willow has actually not gotten as much love.
Whoa.
What?
Counter initiation potential. The Terrorize, dude. That thing is from downtown. That thing's so outside of the song range.
That's actually
that's not bad.
Dark Willow against Naga. I could see it.
We've broken the meta, guys. Just
but
pick Dark
I'm
Willow.
just surprised in general that Willow hasn't gotten more love, either just from a pick ban perspective whatsoever. There's been a number of games where she's just been ignored completely. We were kind of thinking that she'd be broken tier status.
I mean, I'm sure she is, honestly. Come on.
Well, how much of it do you think is the effect of teams just not being practiced with her? Because they didn't think she'd be added into CM.
Definitely that. They certainly weren't ready for that because I think everyone still thought she was going to get more changes before she went in. But it's just like, you're very comfortable, right? You didn't come to a major to suddenly try out this new hero.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
that is a good point.
It's just not worth it. You've been practicing these strategies that you have ready.
And especially today, because this is that second day. If you lost on your first day and now you're coming here and you go 0-2, that's when you're in danger territory of being eliminated on day 3 of the tournament. So maybe that speaks to some of the play style we saw in the last game and the game before that with the slightly more conservative kind of rotations. You know, you really don't want to go 0-2 to open your Swiss group stage. So more bans coming out. Batrider and Terrorblade going to be banned out here by Pain, and Rubik, Nature's Prophet, banned out by Vici.
Some nice ideas here from Vici, I think. Just like that whole idea of just like not getting behind early. So Pugna, Visage, Chen, then the Nature's Prophet as well too. Like you don't want them trading well with towers if you are playing more of that 5-man Dota. Like Nature's Prophet theoretically counters that way that China's playing right now pretty well. Because they love the 5-man ball, just like all the time, all around the map. And we saw a little bit from LFY today too, where they don't play that aggressive, or they don't really roam in pairs and trios. Which is something that like newbie, I remember like last year used to be amazing at. They would always run these crazy trios with like a Doom that just went around the map killing people, but much more clumps now.
Yeah. Well, both teams getting some good heroes. Ancient Apparition the third for Pain. We've talked a lot about AA and his prowess, and the man that needs no introduction, it's Omni Knight for Vici.
Yeah, I'm not really on the Omni hype train right now. I don't know. He's fallen from first pick, first ban to now coming out in the second phase for some teams, and I don't think he's looked particularly good in many of these games.
I mean, I feel like Omni is one of those heroes that's all about the matchup. You get him the right matchup, he looks unstoppable. He's in the wrong matchup, he looks very controllable.
I mean, I think we've watched him lose in 2 games now from Ohio, and then he lost one of our other games too where he's just picked up. He just where they couldn't transfer like some of that. Oh, that was Ohio as well. But anyway, I don't know.
No, he does
I'm not
have
sold.
Sort of that similar problem that I think Willow has, where great early game, pretty good mid game, but does have trouble actually closing out the wins. You know, you get all that farm, but what does it translate to? Sometimes it's not a hell of a lot. But
unless you're like Radiance and badass or something.
That's true. Yeah. But here's a hero we have not seen so much, the Enigma for Pain Gaming. So they've got a curveball.
The counter initiation. This is the kind of hero you need. Very good with the BKB, obviously. If you can get in, if he BKBs during the song, usually that means you can focus him down. But if he just puts on that black hole, especially if he can manage to like make it close to the end of the song for when all his allies come back out of the sleep, he might be able to turn that in a big way. So I heard once that happened in a game where Enigma countered a Naga song and it worked pretty well. So maybe it'll happen again. Who knows?
In the history of Dota, I believe that has happened.
Yeah.
Not the easiest game for Enigma, though. Obviously, BKB is going to be really important, but Disruptor and Naga, 2 heroes that have interrupts for the black hole early on. And of course, you pick Enigma for reasons beyond just the black hole. He farms very well. He can push well with the Eidolons.
Denies experience.
Another big
Omni.
thing.
It's pretty cool.
So a very versatile hero in that regard. But now the Storm Spirit for Vici, I worry that Pain don't have a lot of reliable control for this guy.
Yeah, basically just the Sand King right now, and then hopefully the follow from the Enigma. But he's partnered up with the Omni. Oh, such a classic combo.
Yeah, I guess the homing missile is kind of annoying against Storm, but not even close to reliable lockdown and pretty easy to dodge with the zip. So good Storm pick. I think he's going to have a lot of space.
They went for the default ban right after the Lifestealer too. 100% the right call. Even if you have the BKB piercing Enigma, I think that's the
just,
Infest bomb. It's just no thank you.
It's
I
so
don't want to
nasty
play
with
against
Storm.
that.
Yeah, it's same logic as the Coddle. It changes the way that you have to play the game to accommodate.
The one thing that is a little bit tough is that they picked the Enigma after the 5, the 4, and the 3 were picked up. And there are not a lot of 2s that stop BKB stun, like that BKB stuns, and there's definitely not a lot of 1s. In terms of like your carries that you grab to stop a channeling Enigma, like you're basically talking like raw damage or something, right? There's not much you can do. I mean, even ones that pierce without a BKB, there's like Luna. Like, it's not that easy to take a guy down who's just like BKBing your whole team.
Yeah.
Or rather, you know, BKB'd and blackholing your whole team. So let's see what their solution will be.
Yeah, kind of curious. I mean, Sven is one that sort of comes to mind, but being melee, very, very difficult.
Yeah, you don't want to be that clumped up.
Yeah. Is there an ideal carry here?
The
Drow Ranger?
Nope.
The Gust?
that's a negative.
Let me look at the hero list. Cheat. Man, this is a tough call for this final carry. Not a CK game, is it?
It's a Wraith King. So Vici, we teased this. We were talking about LFY. Is that who it was? Who was running? Yeah, with like the AA and the Wraith King. They'd actually done that before, but they lost to Big God. So I guess I'm not too surprised they didn't bring it back again. So it's going to be Vici who rocket out here.
I like it, though. They get another great stun for the lane. Really powerful laner. Naga Disruptor Wraith King can do a lot in the laning phase. If they want to aggro try, that's definitely an option. And very good against the Black Hole. You know, that idea of we get caught in this big team fight, you kill me once, I'm going to come back, you won't have the Black Hole. I like the Wraith King here. I think it's a good pick.
It's kind of awkward because it works in that same sense of how Aegis works against Enigma, because it just says, listen, we're going to make you commit Black Hole to kill our Aegis, and if you do that, we're just going to win the next fight. But like, what can a Wraith King do holding an Aegis? Like let's say you were trying to siege a tower or something. He doesn't really hit it that fast, or he's just going to get stunned like over and over. Like, he's not this big threat that you need to like immediately remove. So I don't know. It's and is the Storm just going to be clumped up next to him? Are you going to get 2 heroes in the Black Hole? Like, what if Wraith King comes back up? Is he able to just 1v5? Not really.
Maybe.
You know, he's not a PL or something.
But in the concept of that Aegis, like Storm is one of the best Aegis carriers in the game.
Yeah.
So if they're able to control Roche, you've got that double life.
Aegis.
It's pretty dirty. Final pick for Pain. Likely need a mid laner here. As we mentioned, Gyro could be mid if they wanted to grab another safe laner. What's the call here, Trent? I feel like it's got to be some kind of lockdown for this Storm. I mean, Puck is one that comes to mind. Having a silence can be really helpful. A nice elusive hero as well, but against Disruptor, already positioned pretty well to deal with the Fairy Dragon.
I wouldn't mind Queen.
It's DP. Okay.
Very standard. Not a very Pain-esque hero in my eyes. I don't know. Not how I envision them doing their Dota, but...
How come? What would be a Pain-esque hero in this situation?
Queen. Jumping in. Blowing people up. Getting some kills. DP, I mean, no one did a great job earlier of controlling the engagement. Big silence is coming out. Lots of kills. He like 6 kills before. He used 1 exorcism and had 6 kills or something, so... He was able to get a lot done before kind of going into those big momentum-based pushes where you're looking every single time with the exorcism. But
okay, well, so let me frame it this way, right? We know that Vici are the favorites. Is this Pain draft good enough to take a win?
Of course it is. It always is. No, these guys are not terrible at Dota 2, guys. I have a little surprise for you. Any draft, for the most part, can win. It's going to be difficult.
A bold claim, but...
What? Oh, come on.
So you're saying teams cannot be outdrafted? That's not what that doesn't happen.
They can be outdrafted, but it doesn't mean that the game's just over.
Well, no, it's
right?
not definitively
we still play
over.
the game. We actually do.
Okay.
Is that the horn blowing?
Let me rephrase.
Hold on, I've got it from PGL. We are going to play the game.
And
it turns out, there it is. We're coming to you live.
Do you like the Pain draft? Is it working for you? Is it itching that scratch you can't quite itch?
It's a bold maneuver because it looks like they're not trying to go one-dimensional. Is how I would put it.
Okay.
One-dimensional is like the oh my God, we're so bad and they're so good. We gotta we gotta
go all in push.
Yeah, we gotta go Venge and Luna, and we gotta get a level 1 Roche.
No, you're right. Like it seems like they picked heroes in their comfort zone, but also a little bit of variety. I mean, I do like the Enigma in this situation. You know, they have a lot of good follow-up for it as well. Pain do have some good team fight to deal with Vici. This could be a very explosive game.
Yeah, up top. Just going to get a ward down.
Yep, so a little bit of rotation in. Looks like they do want to try to grab this bounty. And Vici positioning themselves for old 11 here to probably grab a double bounty rune himself.
So nothing too wild with our setups then. We're just going to be all normal. What about Storm Spirits? So he got picked up after both supports, AA and Sand King. So they'd have to roam together to get anything done. And probably need a lead off of the Spirit Siphon as well in terms of the slow, but definitely possible. I mean, they could blow up Ori a couple times before level 6.
It's possible, but Ori is honestly the reason I think Vici will have an advantage in this game. I just don't think they have the tools to control this Storm the way they're going to need to. It's possible, but
it's a lot of pressure on King RD and Weehaw. Or, no, sorry, not Weehaw, but Tavo on the Enigma. But I mean, Tavo Enigma, this is like one of his big heroes. Like when I think Tavo, this is pretty much the hero I go for.
Well, they might get a freebie on the lawn up here. And HFN rotates in, finds the first blood. Nice, easy setup with the Rocket Barrage. So that's a good start for Pain Gaming.
But it was just a distraction. So 11 could get the wave.
Yep. Now he's going to get stunned up. He's going to take a lot of damage here. The Purification comes out, but Rocket Barrage blocks, so potent in these situations. Pain have come with a vengeance, and they will start 2-0 to open up this match, Trent.
No, it's over. They got it. I mean, look at that. That's like almost a 1K lead. Wow.
I mean,
incredible.
It is pretty nice. Omni in these lanes, he is all about momentum, and dying that early on definitely does not make this an easier situation for him by any stretch.
So one thing that Newbie did extremely well when they first started bringing out this Naga is they use it very aggressively in like dual lane situations. Curious if Lanham just like sticks around here or if he wants to go up top and try and get some kills on the Enigma. It's a little bit tough for him because he's partnered up with an Omni. Like they could try and run down the AA a couple times, but that gyro is scary.
He sure is.
Especially with the level 1 Rocket Barrage too. Whereas you usually might see the missile to try and like zone the Omni, but because of that first blood, they're kind of prepped and ready to battle already.
Yeah, right now Weehaw is getting obliterated in the mid lane though. You look at that CS difference, and Storm is really off to a good start. He's going to get a couple last hits here under the tower. He's got King RD on the Sand King nearby to help him out and try to get a little presence back in this lane. All right, I guess it's not as bad as I thought. The waves were just disproportionate, but still, the Storm is finding an advantage.
A lot of Roman support's not doing a whole lot right now. It feels like Lanham and King RD are just like, oh, I'm going to go here. Well, I'm going to go here. And then Lanham wins that battle because he gets both the bounty runes.
Yeah, Duster is the only one kind of committed to a lane right now, just throwing auto attacks onto 11. Put pressure on that Omni Knight. Let's check in on the top lane. Tavo Enigma doing pretty standard stuff, just focusing heavy on denying, working that neutral camp. You know, he will be able to deny some creeps, but all things considered, Paparazzi is going to be pretty close to free farm status here, and already a decent disparity over the gyro.
Very important because of what VG did. They brought 2 sentries up top because they said, listen, if this is Enigma, he's going to try and keep like pulling the wave back, so we need our pulls. Like those have to be available for us. So yeah, Fenrir is doing that right now, and Tavo was able to contest a little bit, but the wave being gone just means this is going to end up much closer to their tower, even with another Eidolon conversion.
How come the Wraith King has literally 2x the farm of the Gyrocopter? I thought in this lane he'd be able to farm pretty well, but it seems like Vici are denying at a pretty reasonable rate.
He's been playing pretty aggressive, just like running up on the Omni Knight. And I think the first wave he also missed a bit of it too because they were like diving.
That's true.
And it was like into his own tower. That's why it took so much damage. So that's basically the big discrepancy. I mean, you look at net worth, he's on top, so.
That is true. The kills have made up for it, at least for now. We'll see if this keeps up. King RD now rotating back down to the bottom lane as Duster does a pull to regain some of that lane control. Mid has kind of leveled out Weehaw with a very small advantage, but for now, just sort of a farm fest. Even though an early first blood, it's a relatively quiet lanings phase. Tavo's now just moved into the jungle. He's working on his farm there. He's found his level 3.
I kind of wish King RD was just shadowing the Enigma, because like they've done the good job here of like forcing him into the jungle, and Fenrir with another pull onto that hard camp. So he's doing great up here as a support.
Down bottom though, initiation onto Lanham. Heal from the Omni Knight isn't going to be enough to save him, and it will for now. The Cold Feet will not proc. Lanham with the stick charge is going to try to turn on the King RD, but King RD with the stun does actually find the kill. A close one. That minus armor from Riptide was almost enough. But in the end, it will be 3-0 as Haste Rune gets picked up by 11.
Dude, he's going in.
He's going to go back in on the Duster. Never mind, just heading back to lane.
Man, 520 HP? Yeah, I guess only level 2 on the Purification. Would take quite a while to bring him down. But yeah, so he got that kill, so I was incorrect. I didn't think he'd get much done down there, but winds up with a kill, gets it alive, so excellent job by King RD. I kind of felt like he should be like sapping the experience from Tavo, but he's not getting that much here anyway, and Fenrir again with those great pulls. He's now going to get an Observer Ward down, but planted in the vision of the Radiant. So Tavo will be able to take care of that up on the high ground.
Yep. King RD and Lanham there, the roaming two on opposite sides that keep kind of crossing paths. Fenrir, as you mentioned, focused on pulling, just committed to this top lane for now.
A little bit of a start here in the damage. Oh, and the body block too.
Is it going to be enough? A nice stun. This could be a kill on the Storm Spirit they needed, and it absolutely is. Meanwhile, up top, they wanted to rotate onto Tavo, but he's backed up already, and he'll make it to the tier 2 and stay safe. So another great rotation from Pain. Much needed kill on that Storm Spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, he's almost level 6 anyway, so it's not going to be a big problem for him. It's still a good play, of course, but I think overall.
Now behind the tower, King RD gets initiated on. He goes in pretty deep, gets the stun on Disruptor. Will find that kill before going down, so small advantage there, but it's a 1-for-1. Paparazzi and Lanham in relatively deep, but they'll just walk back to safety. Back in the mid lane, Ori level 6. Is this a kill on Weehaw? Spirit Siphon gonna heal him back up. The zip forward, but stick charges are there, and now King RD comes in with a stun. The tower helping them out, and Ori could find another death. One more zip. He wants to go back in onto Weehaw with friends, but no, Weehaw finds the kill first. And again, it's an advantage for Pain. Lanham may be able to survive, but it's a stun from King RD to secure the kill. A twofer in the mid lane. Once more, it's Pain Gaming coming out ahead.
And a quick glimpse back top for Tavo. So handy. Just gets booted right back up there. Go face off Paparazzi, and he did get the experience. Oh, the dream. TP in to get the experience and glimpse right back to your wave to farm up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And they're going to rotate up here with both supports too. Wraith King at not quite level 6. This would be an ideal time for the kill, and Wee's here too.
Yeah, big for Weehaw. He got his level 6 from finding that kill first in mid. Now they are guaranteed to get this kill on Paparazzi.
Look at Tavo with the idle on blocks too. A little bit of BM there. Just like, you're not going anywhere.
Not in level 6. And now they will try to transition this into a tower push. Eidolons plus Exorcism.
Prepped with a ward too. They're basically guaranteeing this.
Yeah. Glyph straight away, but
that's going to take away a lot of the Exorcism damage, actually. But with Eidolons, I mean, shouldn't matter.
I think they should still be able to get it. Looks like there could be a rotation, though. Fenrir walking up. Now the TP from Paparazzi. They are going to make the hold. King RD on the other side of the tree line. Paparazzi is close to level 6, but still not there, so needs to be a little bit careful. Kinetic Field not going to stop King RD, and it's back-to-back deaths for Paparazzi. Now the Black Hole on 11. They're going to catch the level 5 Omni Knight. It's going to be 2 more kills for Pain, and they will chase down Fenrir. King RD gets glimpsed back.
I don't know what that was. I mean, Storm's showing on the bottom wave with no TP. So, like, what's the threat here? I mean, why are we walking into these guys?
Pain is coming out swinging here. First tower falls, so now they open up that dire jungle a little bit more. More space for Tavo to farm. And Wraith King went from farming very, very well to back-to-back deaths pre-6. And now all of a sudden his farm is feeling a little bit lackluster compared to the other cores.
Yeah, one thing I do like about the hero here is that he's certainly meant to be more active in this game. Just wants to like jump into fights and help set up for Ori, just to enable him while he's going to be repelled and everything. So I think like Blink Blade Mail kind of a style will still be fine for him. He doesn't need that much farm, but ideally you want more gold and not less gold. So it's certainly not good that he is dying so much.
Glimpse onto Wii, could be a kill onto the Death Prophet here. Stuck inside the kinetic field, does some return damage, but Spirit Siphon helping to heal him up. He does have some stick charges. Also, those infused raindrops making a big difference.
I think he's going to be okay unless they get a Purification Long Bomb here.
Well,
but it is a very short
Thunder
range.
Strike. Lanham does have another ensnare, but again, that infused raindrop buying him some time. They eventually find the kill. Duster trying to turn on 11. King RD with a stun on 2. But where's the follow-up going to come from to actually find a counter kill? The third kinetic field breaking up this fight. It'll just be a clean pick on the DP. Or not. Fenrir actually going to get left behind. King RD able to finish him off. So they go 1-for-1. And meanwhile up top, Paparazzi, he is now level 7, but Call Down going to connect as well as the homing missile. This will be the reincarnation. I don't know that they'll be able to kill him again though. No Black Hole, no Midnight Pulse.
Yeah,
but still
that
a
thing hurts.
Big cooldown.
Yeah,
200 seconds.
200 big ones.
Yeah, totally worth it. And it's sort of a mental game too, right? When you know you don't have the reincarnation as a Wraith King, you just play a little more conservative, you know?
They're going to smoke for bottom. There's no tower here or anything, so this will just be kind of a fact-finding mission, as it were, as they pop a little bit here on the SK. King RD Sneaking around. Needs to find a good burrow here if he wants to live. Very difficult against the Storm Spirit.
Pretty good juice. Makes it to the other side of the kinetic field. They even put down a sentry ward, but still can't find him. Well played by King RD.
Yeah, it wasn't quite enough mana there for Ori to zip and do anything. He's about to surpass Storm. He's just ancienting at level 7. What a hero.
Pretty absurd.
I love these skeletons.
Wraith King
They're barely even dying.
Slowly turning back into the Skeleton King, especially with the changes in this last patch.
You can take our IP, but you can't take our hero.
It's kind of true. I mean, just watching in jungle, you're right. It is absurd how quickly he kills things. It's so sustainable.
I just love how he's a Wraith King and he just summons skeletons. There's no explanation. Why aren't they Wraiths? Is DP too cool? I don't get it. Anyway, it's good. I'm glad.
DP has Banshees, not Wraiths. Trent, have some respect.
Oh, my mistake. Slacksman. I'm glad he's over in the other room.
Well, we spending some time in the mid lane, of course, just working on that Yule Scepter. He does have a haste rune in the lift for Vici, and he is going to go ahead and... Oh, my bad. There was from the Disruptor, though. Even though Fenrir had to use the Static Storm Kinetic Field earlier than he would have wanted, it made that wall of you shall not pass. So King RD was literally isolated, completely locked alone.
Yeah, they didn't lose too much after that.
But now with the Yules up on DP, we might be able to do a bit more. HFN getting rotated on right next to the Shrine, though. They pop the Shrine, they heal up, and just destroy Lanham. An awkward place for Vici to try to take a fight. And, of course, it does backfire. Storm